Good morning and welcome back to Dr. Logic Awkwardly Does Logic. I hope you've been well since we've last had a chance to talk. In my previous video, I promised that this video I would give you an alternative axiomatization of S5. Sorry to have kept you waiting. We're finally going to do that now. First, a bit of recollection. Just remember where we were at. We had system T, and we were looking at what kinds of axioms could we add, which would give us nice modal reduction principles. And we found one, and we added it, and we got S4, and we found another, and we added it, and we got S5. In fact, though, it's not that we've got T here, and then we start building one logic off this way and one logic off this way and start branching off into modal logic land. S5 is actually an extension of S4. So everything that you can prove in S4, you can also prove in S5. And we'll see this in two ways. One, I will give you an alternative axiomatization, which builds on the axiomatization for S4. Two, I will then show you that the two different axiomatizations are equivalent to each other in the sense that if you assume all of the axioms of one, you can prove the missing axiom of the other and vice versa. So the axiomatization is quite straightforward, but let's bring up the whiteboard so that you can see it anyway. So just recall, we've always got axiom K, which says that if it's necessary that P implies Q, then necessarily P implies necessarily Q. So we have this distribution principle. And then we're building on system T, so we've got necessary P implies P. And then to get S4, we had the for axiom, that necessary P implies necessary P. So this is S4. And then S5, we had defined to be K plus T plus axiom E. However, alternatively, we could take all of these axioms of S4 along with another one. This one is called B. I'll tell you why in just a moment. But it is the axiom that says that if P is true, then it is necessarily possible. So it's called B because it is the Brouwerische axiom, which is just a fancy way of saying this is the axiom that is due to Brouwer, who is a Dutch logician, most famous for his developments in intuitionistic logic. But we named this axiom after him because he was one of the first to treat with it. If we have these four axioms, then we have exactly the same set of theorems as we have with K plus T plus E. So there's two aspects that fall from this that I want to show you in upcoming videos. The first is, one question that you might have is, what does B correspond to in terms of frame conditions? Because we've got here reflexivity, the for axiom gets us transitivity, the E axiom was this Euclidean property. What do we get for B? And there's a very nice answer to it, which will help you to see from sort of a model theoretic point of view why these two axiomatizations are the same. So that is question one. And question two, or project two, is show that if you have K plus T plus B plus 4, you can derive the E axiom. And also show that if you have K plus T plus E, you can derive the B axiom. That are the project that we will do. B, we also need to prove 4. These are the two projects that we will do in the next videos. So join me then. I promise not to keep you waiting for quite so long. Until then, take care. Cheers.